Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. My name is Bork. In today's video, we'll be talking about ranks 12-3 versus 11-6. 11-6 means these 6 pieces of gear equipped. Rank 12-3 means this will be rank 12, and then these 3 pieces on the right hand side will be equipped. So let's go ahead and jump right into this and talk about the importance of rank. So we'll be covering Miss Nyara's post, the Reddit post right here, and also this post by the wonderful person. I'm pretty sure Choco and a few others made this. So thank you to the folks in JP and all the folks who created this. But let's go ahead and jump into the most important character, which is going to be Makoto. Should you be leaving her at 9-6 or 9-5 or 11-6? Now just note she works at 3-star to 5-star, and what you ideally want her is rank 9 in order for her to be used in stages 1 and 2. And you'll actually see this in Miss Nyara's post right here for 12-3 versus 9-6. If you're wondering, Makoto is right here in this section, and you can see she will vary. Now 9-6 or 9-5 will essentially be used depending on the stages 1 and 2, as you can see right here in the small text, and that is probably the most important character. Now when it comes to this, there's also going to be Kokoro and Summer Kokoro. Ideally, you leave them at 10-2, as you can see right there. 10. And then if you jump into this pretty much indicator over here as well with Choco's guide, I'm pretty sure this is made by Choco. If not, just correct me down in the comments. If you scroll down a bit, Summer Kokoro and Normal Kokoro are going to be right here. And you can see 10-2 is going to be the ideal ranges for the both of them. So, keep them at this range. That's going to be the advised parts. And the rest of the characters, it's really dependent on how you want to do it. But let's go ahead and jump into the 12-3 characters, because the majority of characters will actually be staying in rank 11-6. We'll talk about it later. But the 2 characters that can actually move up are going to be Suzuna and Shori, and they're going to be going to 12-3 because HP drain goes burr. Otherwise, you can stay at 9-6, but just know it's going to be notably worse. And then if you compare it on this one as well, let's go ahead and find our Suzuna and Shori. You'll see 12-3 is the recommendation, and same thing with Erisa. If you are wondering why that is the case, that's because they're going to be getting HP drain, and they're also going to be getting TP boost. So their survivability and their stats are just going to be much better for archers, and I highly recommend everyone to essentially upgrade these characters to 12-3. Now, when it comes to our normal characters such as, Christina and all the damage dealers, for example, Eriko, she's going to be 12-3. Tomo, she's actually going to be beneficial at 11-6, right? She's going to be most of the characters. Yori's going to be at 12-3, but let's go ahead and look at Kaori. You can see she's going to be at 12-3, and the important character, there we are, Christina, because she's probably going to be the one that's going to be dealing a lot of DPS and she's going to be used fairly frequently. You're going to actually leave her at 11-6. So that is the most important character, in my opinion, that you need to leave at 11-6. You can also technically leave Jita if you use her at 11-6, but a majority of top DPS such as Kaori, you're going to leave her at 12-3, as you can see. In case you want to essentially use Rei, and New Year's Rei, she's going to be available later. She's not going to be available during the patch, I believe. You will use Rei at 12-3 and Eriko at 12-3. If anything, just note some of your fist-based characters will be staying at ranks 12-3 or 11-6. 11-6 is honestly going to be the sweet spot for a majority of characters, just so you guys know, but I guess you can upgrade them to 12-3. You're gonna have varying opinions, because you can see here 11-6 is going to be beneficial for Kaori, just small bits of survival essentially for 12-3, but it's up to you at the end of the day. The most important parts is what we talked about earlier. You leave your Makotos at 9-6 in order to be optimal for stage 1 and 2, 11-6 further, and for stages 3. If you don't care, just leave your Makoto at 11-6, and that's going to be the most beautiful essential rank to have. And then untouch your Kokoros at 10-2. And when it comes down to this, in case you don't know what rank to essentially level up characters, 11-6 is going to be your best bet, but a majority of characters actually work at 12-3 at the same time. So that's the most important bits that I really want to talk about when it comes to the ranks, and I'll leave all of the links in the description in case you want to know. And why do we do this? Because at the end of the day, it's all for the sake of clan battle. If you don't care about clan battle whatsoever, you can just upgrade everyone to 12-3, and I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. But honestly, just don't touch your Makoto. She's the most important character. If you got her to 11-6, just leave her at that and she'll be perfect. You don't really need this rank 9-6 because it only matters for very few stages. But let's go ahead and talk about Luna Tower right here. This is going to be the latest information by Choco. This is going to be their guide and all the people that input the informations. And as you can see, there's going to be teams for every single stage as far as Luna Tower goes. So feel free to peruse this. Obviously, there's going to be different teams based off of each floor, but the main capacity team is going to be this Miyako team with Kaori and stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and run this just so you guys can see what floor or stage I am at in Luna Tower. So I essentially dropped off at floor 120, and now I'm going to be at floor 121. And the character I'm going to be replacing is Miyako, and let's go ahead and run in June. And you can see my June and Makoto are going to be a little bit low. Obviously, the people who have like an 11-6 Makoto will perform much better in Luna Tower. So in some ways, technically speaking, you might want to upgrade your Makoto. And you can see right there, my June almost died thanks to the enemy team, pretty much Makoto dealing like immense amounts of damage. But our June here barely, no, she died. It's fine. At the end of the day, you also have your resets, so you can do that thing. I used my June for another situation. You really don't have to worry about it. And in case this happens, like you're sort of panicking, you're like, oh my god, my June died. Don't forget, you have a full here right here. You can see I can use it in the next 5 hours as of the recording of this video. And technically speaking, you know, you can also use Miyako or any of the replacement characters. You can see here, like June can be replaced with Miyako. So we're gonna go ahead and run our Miyako instead of our June because our June is essentially dying. You can approach all these teams in different ways. You don't have to use the teams that Choco provides. It's just advised in case you're like, hey, I am struggling and these are the template teams that will work. So as you can see here, our Miyako is invincible because, you know, she has that invincible state, and Makoto is doing short work of everything. So in case you need the Luna Tower guides, I will provide the links in the description. But Luna Tower is not going to be that difficult at the end of the day, especially if there's going to be upgraded ranks. I feel like though, obviously as we get to the later stages, it'll be a little bit more difficult, but don't forget, you don't have to complete this. All this stuff is, you know, iterative. That means that if you couldn't make it from the previous Luna Tower, you'll be able to make it to the next one. So let's see, we're at the 45-second mark right here. No one is dying. That is really good news for us. And we got the Summer Kokros doing the death breaks. Whenever she does like, you know, that little dive bomb thing, that's how you know she does a death break. Summer Kokoro, the MVP, I wish I had her at 4-star. It doesn't really matter as far as like, you know, her being at 5-star is actually not recommended. 3 or 4-star works, but 4-star is the ideal range for the extra stats. But you can see here, like unique equipment isn't really playing a huge role. Like technically I could use Pecorine, but the thing is she sort of like messes up like the positioning and everything. So, and yeah, we won, 14 seconds left, and we weren't using, you know, the stated team that they were advising for floor 132 with June. We replaced it with Miyako. So just note that there's a lot of flexibility with this, but that's going to be the news as far as like Luna Tower in case you have some difficulties and, you know, you want to tackle it as quickly as possible. And also essentially the information that you need for the different ranks in order to perform in clan battle. But I would say the golden rank for everyone is going to be 11-6 in case you don't want to big brain everything. And at the end of the day, there's going to be like crazy ranks where it's like, you know, CB try hard supports where you can run crazy things like 9-6 Shori for stages 1 and 2. Because just note, like the tryhards, stages 1 and 2, you can essentially have lower ranks in order to deal more damage. That's just how it works at the end of the day, and that's how people essentially manipulate their damage in order to deal significantly more than other people, because lower ranks essentially have the capability to do UBs more often. Let's go ahead and run this team for our battle arena and just talk about a few things. When it comes to the ranks, it's only going to get weirder and weirder over time, but I think 12-4, 12-5 is going to save a lot of people. Those are going to be the nominal ranks where everyone can technically upgrade. Like I think even Makoto can go to like 12-4 or 12-5, like that's the ranks. But all right, we got our Ilya taken out here, but I think we're gonna be okay. We'll see. I like to put the Maho in the back because our Halloween Miyako will be attacking the Maho like crazy, and our normal Maho is pretty thick. It gets all like that sweet deeps. Hopefully we can take down this June right here. That's gonna be our most troublesome person. And then Christina, can you deal some damage? I like the Maho in the back because she can essentially tank. Okay, our Miyako is dead right here. I don't know, can we take down this Halloween Miyako? We do it, but then, oh no, there's no way this Saren. We were so close. I think if I replaced my Ilya, it would have been a lot better, but that's how the cookie crumbles with this one. Maybe if I ran someone a little bit tankier, they would have been a little bit better. But that is all the information going on right here. If you want to know what I'm focusing on in stamina, obviously I'm going to get to rank 19-3 in the chapters, and I'm going to get to the Jita and everything. The things that I'm always farming right now are Ray Shards, and essentially I'm getting like my Priconne shards in order to, you know, get more unique equipment. I'm getting my Kyoka because I now need her to 5-star. Then I'm getting my Erisa, and then I'm also going to be getting my Jita right here. And I think that's my last focus as far as everything else goes. In case you want to prep for the next batch of unique equipment that's going to be arriving, as you can see here, the top priority is going to be Yukari. You can farm her dungeon shards in case you want to prep for that. And you can also farm for Akino, but just know Akino doesn't, you know, become a powerhouse until her 6-star form. You can also work on Erisa and Tamaki, but if anything, you can work on your Priconne and Rei. Those are going to be your main priorities. And then maybe even work on your Hiyori right here, because she's going to be another priority in case you want other things to work on outside of, you know, ranking up your characters and all the different things in Princess Connect. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, you know, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Also, technically, we have hit the 27,500 sub goal. Since we have hit the 27,500 goal, leave a comment down in today's video, and I will use this video and one of the videos in my backlog to essentially be like, hey, you know, you won the giveaway and you can claim it and everything. And the following video, we will be pretty much doing the actual giveaways. So make sure to drop a comment on this video in particular to be entered in our 27,500 giveaway. And yeah, that'll be super exciting. I can't wait to give out some money because, you know, this channel would not be possible without all of you. Thanks so much and have yourself a fantastic day. See you guys in the next one.